The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel. For more information about our network and to check our additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericahealth.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to The Power to Create Yourself with Ross Ramin. If you or someone you are close to is dealing with addiction, there are so many programs out there that can help you. But how do you gauge which ones are going to work the best for you? Some are expensive, some deal with some of the issues, but don't get to the heart of the matter. Others treat the problem at a basic level, but don't determine ultimate success. Join us now for an hour that sets out to be truly groundbreaking and will help you discover how to find the best program for your addiction problem. Now, here is Ross Ramin.
Hi, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us today. This is Ross Ramin, and we are coming to you from Los Angeles, California, from the Rebos Treatment Center, and I really appreciate everybody joining us today. We have another episode of our client files that everybody has been sending. I can't thank all of you guys that have been sending me all these emails that really love hearing it. We, every week, have just had such extraordinary people on our show at all different levels of sobriety. I mean, from hours at some points from months to years, and people are just identifying with it, and it's really kind of neat. I knew it would help people by bringing these, different levels of sobriety and just people in their life. Sobriety is such a boring word, but I really, it's really helping people out, and people are really finding out that they're not by themselves, and everybody's got their own gig in this world. So without further ado, I have another amazing person with us today. Her name is Emily, and she's been trying to get sober for 10 years. She's had periods of great success and periods of not such great success. And she's been through treatment 4 times. She loves her booze. She likes her drugs that move a little bit faster than others. For those of us that are listening that get that, they'll understand, so on and so forth. But Emily, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ross. It's so nice to be here.
You got it. I've known you for, I'm trying to think how long I've known you. I've known you for at least 6 years. 6 years. Mm-hmm. Probably 6 years.
Yes.
And we used to work together, and then I remember, how long have you been sober now?
I've been sober for 35 days. 35
days.
Yes, I had 3.5 years sober, and then I relapsed for a year. I was out there for a year this last time around.
Really?
So,
wow, I didn't realize that. Emily, just like a lot of the other folks that come on the show, I try to keep, just the facts to a bay. I just really wanted to know, I want this to be as organic as possible with you. I didn't know that you were running wild for a year.
Yes.
What took you out? So you had 3 years, correct?
Yes.
Then what took you out? Have you figured it out yet?
Yes, 100%. I stopped doing the deal. I mean, I completely stopped. I stopped going to meetings. I stopped connecting with people in the program.
Yeah.
And I stopped doing what worked, was working for me. And then that's bottom line. That's what happened.
Why did you stop doing it though? Where did you feel, did you have a case of the fuck it's, and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore? Did you feel like, wow, I've really gotten my stride right now. I don't need to do it. Like what? I mean, why'd you stop doing the deal?
I got lazy, Ross. I got lazy. I started, things started getting good in my life. I got a great job. Things started getting good. I got a boyfriend, and then I think I let other things I put other things before my sobriety, before my recovery.
Before yourself?
Before myself.
Yeah. Period. Forget about the sobriety. Forget about the recovery. It's just you.
Yeah.
No, I knew you from, many years ago, and you were one of the most dedicated boom, boom, boom people I've ever met in my life. You really were.
Thank you.
Are you getting back to that?
100%. And this time around, I think it's more clear than ever for me.
Why?
I had to, for a number of reasons. One is the treatment that I'm getting here is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. I have the treatment team here is amazing, and the staff here is really good. And I'm getting attention. I'm just getting really good care, and I really love my therapist and my team. But also because I had to just hit a bottom before that, like I'd never hit before. So
what? So you have a great team. You have a great therapist, and the staff is awesome because I hired them all. No, but what? But what do you? I mean, anybody can bring you water to drink. I mean, the old saying, you can bring the horse to the trough to drink, but you can't force it to drink.
Yeah.
Why? What makes you drink the Kool-Aid every day now, like the good Kool-Aid now every day, so to say? Why? What? I mean, you hit a bottom. What? To me, I don't think there is a bottom. I don't, because every time I've gotten fucked up is I found a new low. Yeah. I find myself in the bottom of a hole with a shovel that every time I dig with it, it literally gets sharper. And I'm literally going to China, and the rope ladder that comes down the hole just gets ricketier.
Yeah.
So what makes it for you? Like, why, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, what do you...
I think because I just, I want more out of my life. I know I just had enough, and I want so much more out of life now. And I just got sick and tired of it. That's pretty much what it is. I got sick and tired of being so low and so down. And I know what I want in my life now. I mean, I want, I have goals. I have goals. There's things I want.
But did you have those goals before?
I did have them before. Yes, I did. So
when you say you have goals now, what is the difference between having goals before and having goals now?
Thanks.
Here's some tissue. I know this is emotional for you.
Yeah, it's hard because it's like, you're really...
you're such an amazing person. I've known you for so long, and it's like, you and I've talked a little bit, but it's like, I want to help you end this. I know this is a radio show and all that, but it's like, this is a hell of a point because there's so many people that have what you have. It's like your goals that you have told me are so clear. You're like, I want to be married. Right. I'm going to write this down. Yeah. So you want to be married.
And I want to have children. I want to be a mother more than anything in this world.
Kids,
that's what I want.
You want to be a mom.
Yes.
Probably have a job that rolls with your kids and you being a mom type thing.
Yes.
White picket fence?
Yes, I want all of it. I already guessed.
Buddy.
I want to have my house on the hill.
Gotta have that fence.
Yes.
Keeps the dogs in because you got a fuzzy dog.
Of course.
Fuzzy dog. Very
important. You have to have all that.
Okay. Now, have you ever not, this has kind of been your goal since I've known you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, why you want a man? And you're a very lovely lady, too, with a ton of respect. I say that. Why aren't you finding the dudes you want?
I have found the dudes I want, but it's not so much that that's not the problem. I think the problem is that I had never really addressed some of the core issues, and so now that I'm addressing these core issues, and I'm getting down to the real issues of my life that I had never really talked about before. I'm feeling vulnerable enough to do that, and I'm really opening up and talking about them.
Scary as hell, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And so I've talked about them, and I'm releasing them, and I'm doing anything that I have to do now so that I can be free.
So scary.
Yeah. So, no, it's not, it's really not, it is scary, but it's freeing, and it's, I had that spiritual experience and that spiritual awakening that's just been so, ultimately, I believe that everything comes from God. I really, truly believe that, and I believe that I'm so blessed right now. I have no car. I've lost everything.
Yeah.
I've lost everything. I have no money. I have nothing, yeah. And it's so it's just about me and God. And now things are starting to come back into my life slowly, yeah. And I truly am grateful for them. I'm so grateful. Yesterday, Rebos gave me a ride an Uber down to a job interview in Santa Monica, and I got the call today that I got the job. Oh. It's the little things like that I'm so grateful for.
What happens, what is, you got the job. All right, so now you got a job. What are you doing?
Advertising.
Good for you. Good for you. What holds you back when? So okay, I'm gonna go right for it. What is really holding you back, though? What do you think? You're how many days sober here now?
35.
35 days, which is a lifetime. How much were you using a day?
I was using
when you
an 8-ball and an 8-ball and a bottle of wine, or
you needed that to make your day level.
Yeah.
Anything over that was bring it on.
No, I mean I'd drink at least a bottle of wine a day, and I'd have a bottle of vodka I'd go through that couple days. Yeah.
It's a lot. I get it. I'm the same way, man.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. So now, and what was the day? I want to go back a little bit before we get to this ad job, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool. Tell me about the day that you got yourself to here. What went down that day? Everybody knows. The day you came here wasn't the day you were like, I need help.
So, what led up to it was me just being with my niece and nephew and the kids and stuff. And I just, I never wanted them to see me high.
Yeah.
And just knowing that's not the woman I want to be, I want to be. So they had a big influence in it. And
what happened when you, I know it's emotional. It's got to be tough. But so you're with your nephews and nieces and they're talking to you?
No, just, playing with them and being with them. And I told myself I would never get higher on them, Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Yeah. Well, she's showing me a picture of them.
So.
My family's the same way. My nephews and nieces are the world to me. And my family finally said to me, they goes, you can't even come home.
Yeah.
You can't come home. You can't be around our kids.
Yeah.
Because you come home and you give them about 10 minutes of goodness, and then you go upstairs and suck your thumb and fall asleep because you're so hungover.
Oh. Yeah.
It's the worst. And then when your family tells you that, and they're literally showing you a mirror.
Yeah. But now you're allowed to be around them.
No, I am.
Yeah.
100%. It's great. And they call me up all the time. They're giving me hell on a daily basis. It's
yeah.
They're like punks. And I say that lovingly, guys, because I know you guys listen. So
I think that was amazing.
So you're with them, but did your family say anything to you, or is this all you?
This is really all me. They didn't really know that I was high.
And you weren't here in LA. You were at home.
I was there, but then I came out to LA and I was trying to get sober on my own. I was trying to go to AA meetings. I was trying, but I just couldn't do it on my own.
Get the traction.
I couldn't do it on my own. And so some of my girlfriends in AA that have 20 years sober, and one of them is my sponsor today. She said, listen, she said, you need to go to a sober living. You need to get some help. And so I said,
Were you putting up roadblocks to do this idea?
I just thought to myself, oh my God, not me. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to go to a sober living. Because, I was living in a penthouse and, in over here in Wilshire Corridor. And, I had the life, and I thought, I'm not going to go live in a sober living. But you know what? I gave up everything. And I just said, I'll do whatever it takes. This is my life we're talking about. And so I went and I went to this I came to Rebos. I checked in and I went to this sober living, all women sober living, and doing whatever it takes now.
What is the number one thing your head tells you not to do that you need to do? I have back talk in my head on a
not
daily
to
basis.
do that I need to do.
Because no matter what it is, it's like going to the gym. It's you need to lose 20 pounds, but it's you got back talk in your head I'm going to stick out at the gym, or I'm going to look like this, or you're trying to learn.
That's a big question, Ross. That's a real big question.
It's everything.
Yeah, not to do.
Because your head, there's always something in our head that tells us everything is not okay when it actually really is. I went to a meeting last night, and before I went to the meeting, it was an all men's meeting. In Venice. Never been to it. I got invited to go. You have to be invited to go to this meeting. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Very, very hoity-toity.
Yeah.
And I go, and every single voice in my head told me, don't go. Don't go. You're not going to fit in. They're not going to like you. Because I have self-defeating thoughts. And I'm almost 10 years sober, and I still got these freaking self-defeating thoughts. Do you have those?
Yes.
I want to know more about them. We're going to take a break in a second.
Okay.
But I want to go into that. I want to know about it. Because I bet you there's somebody that's listening now that's got that same gig. You are so powerful. Ever since I known you, you just walk into.
Ross.
No,
you're
I'm
so
serious.
powerful, Ross.
No,
you're
but I'm serious. You
power
walk
here.
into a room and you command attention. You do. So I want to know, how does somebody that commands such attention, like, have something that derails them? Let's figure that out. Because enough
Ross,
of it.
You're amazing. You're freaking amazing,
All right.
Ross. I love you.
We'll be right back from the show. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
Getting sober isn't just about not drinking and not doing drugs. It's a way of life. At Rebos, we have a team of talented professionals, each with their own clear and distinct message to walk clients from the darkest point in their lives out into the light. Rebos offers a carefully curated selection of groups and workshops in addition to a minimum of 6 individual sessions per week. At Rebos, we believe there are no cookie-cutter clients, and we meet every individual where they are at today. It's not a Rebos program, it's your program. Our team wants to help as many people as possible become who they want to be. And if you don't know who you want to be, we'll help you. Visit RebosTreatment.com to learn more about the Rebos Treatment Center. That's REBOS Treatment.com.
Have you friended us on Facebook yet? Why not? Just go to facebook.com/Voice America or search for the keywords Voice America. Once you are part of our Facebook network, you'll receive daily messages about what's happening with our shows, this week's featured guests, and new happenings at the Voice America Talk Radio Network. And you can add your voice to the always active discussions on our timeline. Just go to facebook.com/Voice America or search for Voice America.
You are listening to The Power to Create Yourself with Ross Ramin. To find out more about Ross and the program, visit the Rebos Treatment Center website at RebosTreatment.com. Now, back to The Power to Create Yourself.
Hi, welcome back to the show. Thanks for joining us. We're sitting here with Emily, who is being very, very brave today. You're going through a lot of tears. I know you've been trying to beat this beast for 10 years, and I've known you for 7 years. On and off, and I am. She's fidgety. You're being very fidgety right now. Stop it. I want to know. You've been very honest with me so far, and your life has been very blessed. You command an attention when you walk into a room, but yet you're like me, and you keep digging a hole for yourself. And I want to know. You've been down this road 4 times now, gone through treatment 4 times. And your goals of what you want the man, you want the kid, you want to be super mom, you want a job, you want the white picket fence, you want the fuzzy dog, you want the whole bit. But my question to you is why don't you have it yet? And is there a common denominator for all these times that you've tried to get sober? What's the one thing that always knocks you out? Because you're years old right now, and since you've been trying to get sober for blah, 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 how long? I'm being because I hate talking about your age.
It's okay.
But whether your mom's involved in your life, whether your dog's involved in your life, whether you have this boyfriend, that boyfriend, this job, that job, they're irrelevant. There's a common denominator that you do to yourself that derails you. And what do you think that is?
Self-sabotage?
Yes. So we all have certain ways so self-sabotage is the big word. What is the self-sabotage that you do to yourself that makes this dream list not come true? Because this list is totally doable. I'm proof of it.
Yes, you are.
But so, and I'm just like you. I'm an $1,800 a day crackhead. that I don't drink wine, though. I drink PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. But why? What makes this not happen? Because you seem to get within a finger's nail reach of the whole damn thing, and then it goes boom.
I think I choose the wrong type of man.
What about you, though? Forget about the dude.
Oh.
What about you? Like, what sabotages you for not getting your goal? You know? Insecures? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'll name some stuff. Are you insecure? I mean, everybody's a little insecure.
A little bit. I'm not really that insecure. It's just more or less that
Do you get complacent? Do you get lazy? Do you get bored? Do you get...
Okay, so I do get insecure in ways, yes.
Yeah.
I do get insecure in ways.
What pushes you over the edge? Because, I mean, my fear is an insecurity to me.
Mine is like financial insecurity, that type of stuff. Is that what it is? Like I want this big, huge life, and I go out and I get this huge, big life, and then I tear it down.
No, that's my question. So what leads you to tearing it down? You don't know? It's probably it's an insecurity.
I don't feel worthy.
There you go. You don't feel worthy, or do you feel that? I mean, or do you not? Have you not grasped the concept of maintenance? That's what I'm going for, and I'll tell you what I mean. I
think I need a really good financial planner.
What about a really good personal planner?
Personal planner?
Because you're spiritually bankrupt. You keep looking at the physical object. Your life revolves around physical objects.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
I have nothing, Ross.
Well, I get that. But you just said, well, the man, it's not the right man. And my money, I don't know how to make my money work. The money's not the reason why you keep relapsing, is it? Or the way that I look at it, because if that's the case, we're screwed. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to be a jerk to you.
Right.
But it's like, think about it this way. I got the day that I realized that I was a mess, I had to admit something I didn't want to say I was broken, even though I was broken, so to say. My heart was broken. My soul was broken. It was fixable. But I told myself I was spiritual. Somebody told me, they go, you're spiritually bankrupt. What does that mean to you?
It means that I'm not connected to God. I'm not connected to my God.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go with that.
Okay.
We're gonna change your life today. It's gonna be incredible. We're gonna move
mountains.
Yes, we are. So you're not connected to God, the God that you know, the God that you love, the God that created you. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're not connected, okay, now being connected to Him is one thing. Then what about going back a little deeper in the sense of, do you look outside of your own self for your satisfaction, or do you rely on yourself for your own satisfaction? Does that make sense?
I rely on God. Now I do.
But before, you're relying on everybody else.
Yes.
Money.
That man, this man, that, yes. Now I'm relying 100% on God.
We just saved your life.
Woo!
No, seriously. You just gave me a list, and you said it, and you danced back to it. And I know we're on the radio and it gets nervous, but this is so big for you because since I've known you, and I've always wanted to say this to you, it's like, you're the total package. But you're relying on a dude. Mm-hmm. Emily, if you have $3 in your pocket, you should be the same as if you had $3 million. Okay. You have $0 in your pocket. Wonderful. You should have. No, I'm going to make you cry again. Don't throw the tissue at me.
I'm going to throw it at you. I had so much money. I had 3 cars. I had $200,000. I had all this money.
You had all this money.
And now I have nothing.
But are you happier now?
I'm happy. No.
You're not?
No, I guess. I'm happy.
Don't tell me what I want to hear. Be honest.
No, I'm happy because I know that everything comes from God right now. And when I do start earning the money, I'm going to earn it and I'm going to appreciate it. You know? And I'm happier because I'm working on my insides. I'm working on myself.
You got to be the package for a guy. I mean, you got to be. You can't be No,
I know.
You're not a
I don't have to be the total breadwinner. I don't want to be the breadwinner.
You don't need to be the breadwinner. Maybe you are. Maybe that happens.
Maybe I will be. Maybe I will be.
Why not?
That's true. I could be the millionaire.
You could come up with your own pet rock.
My who?
Your pet rock. It's a $1 million.
Oh.
No, my point is though, you want the moon.
Yes.
But you keep putting a window, you keep putting a ceiling over yourself.
Because I'm choosing the wrong type of man that has to be tells me that I have to be staying at the house with slippers on and,
Stop fucking talking about the man.
Okay.
What about you? You're looking at somebody else. I need to have a man in order to have happiness?
No.
You need to have a kid in order to be happy? If this is your list, these are bonuses.
Okay.
This list, man, kid, ultimate mom, job, white picket fence, fuzzy dog.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple fuzzy dogs.
Multiple. And we want some deer in the backyard.
That's bonus. That is a bonus for you.
Okay.
But what about you? Have you even accepted who you are yet? I watch you walk around, and you're just at the surface here, my dear. This doesn't exist. What about you?
I'm working on my steps.
I know, you're working on your steps, but what happens when you do those steps and you get to the level that you want to get to?
Then God will bring in the...
Why would God bring it into you if you're looking for somewhere else for happiness? So you just said two different things. You just said you want a man to bring you your happiness, but God will bring it to me. But so God is not going to bring you happiness or going to bring you a dude that's going to make you happy if you're not running at spiritual profitability. Meaning, if you're not in sync with yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Why does it make sense?
Because when I walk home from here every single day,
yeah,
I walk home because I walk.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have a car anymore.
Well, you're just down the street.
Right, I'm right there. It's right here. But I walk every day, and I say to myself, "This is my journey. This is where I'm at right now." You know, and I'm actually in gratitude about it. I say, you know what? This is okay. This is exactly where God wants me to be right here, right now. And I'm in acceptance of it. I truly am in acceptance of it. And like I said, the job is coming. Everything is going to come.
When do you start working?
Next week.
Really?
Yeah. But I get to work. My hours are pretty flexible.
Good.
And they're going to allow me to continue coming here.
Good. You told them that you were here?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's brave of you.
I told them that I was in rehab 20 days ago.
Good for you.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that.
Oh, absolutely. My sobriety has to come before anything else.
Just made me smile when you say that, because what you just said to me a minute ago didn't sound like it. It sounded like the dude came first.
No.
It sounded like the money came first.
Because I wouldn't have this job if I didn't have my sobriety.
No, you wouldn't?
Yeah.
Do you like watching water boil?
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes forever, don't it? That's what I see when I see you doing what you're doing, and I did it too. And it takes one to know one.
Yeah.
You got the whole thing going on here, and I want you to put a ceiling on yourself. Again.
You want me to put a ceiling?
I don't want you to put a ceiling. You're the type of person that literally the sky's the limit, and you will put a ceiling over yourself constantly. Just, this is enough. I'm fine, and it's like literally stunting your growth. It's like you wearing shoes that are 2 sizes too small for you, just because you want to fit in those shoes. And it's like, that's going to be painful. And it's going to be you're not going to be able to walk normally. You're not going to be able to run normally. You love to work out. You're not going to be able to work out normally because you're going to be too concentrated on my freaking feet. Then what do you got to do? Then you got to drink in order to make your feet feel better. You got to take meds in order to make your feet feel better, as opposed to accepting who the hell you are. Except who your head is, who your mind is, who everything is, your soul is. Yes.
I get it.
So you healed?
Thank you. I'm healed. Now I need to go out to the big open skies.
What's your day like now? What do you do for your program?
So every morning I wake up at 6.
Yeah.
As soon as it gets light out, I go for a 30-minute run.
Yeah.
And do about 100 lunges.
Yeah.
No, not every day, but I do about 50 lunges. And then I come here. The first thing I do when I wake up before it even gets light out is I do my meditation.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I read page 86 and 88 in the Big Book.
Yeah.
On awakening, I read that, and then I read page 417 in the Big Book, and then that's the first thing I do when I open my eyes, and so I'm in a habit of that every single morning. It's right next to my bed.
Yeah.
And then I go for my run as soon as it gets light out, and then I call a couple people in Texas because it's still 2
hours ahead.
Yeah. And then go for a run, walk my dog, come to treatment, pack my lunch, come to treatment,
My lunch.
pack my lunch, go to school,
Go to school.
and then go home. And actually this morning I did a workout with some of the girls at the Sober Living. I worked them out a little bit, did some insanity workout with them. And then, so that's pretty much it. And then I'll go to a meeting tonight.
Yeah.
I have 4 commitments in Beverly Hills.
For you.
And meetings in Beverly Hills.
Different meetings.
I work with my sponsor.
Are you doing 90 and 90?
Yes, I'm doing 90 and 90.
Good for you.
I work with my sponsor. We read the Big Book. We're reading the Big Book. We just started actually last night reading the Big Book on the phone. So I have to read the first 86 pages with her before I can start my 4th step.
You nervous?
No.
For the 4th, you're not?
Heck no, I'm ready to do this.
Really?
I want to do it.
Yeah, buddy.
That's freedom. Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. It's freedom. I want what you were just talking about. I want what you have, Ross. I want what you have.
I'm going through my steps again too right now. And it's very scary for me.
I want what you have, Ross, because I remember when I first came here to Rebos, I have to say this because I saw that flyer sitting downstairs at this talk show and I thought, oh, Ross is a counselor here. And then somebody goes, no, Ross owns the place. I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of him. I was just like, wow, this is amazing.
We used to work side by side making $12 an hour together.
I was like,
I don't know what happened, but something happened.
Something phenomenal happened. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I see it all these, was just amazing. So you're doing a great job here, Ross.
I appreciate it. We're going to take another quick break, but then I want to get in our last segment. I want to really talk about what you do and what I do not to become who we used to be.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Everybody, you're listening to The Power to Create Yourself. I'm Ross. We're talking to Emily today. She is being very brave and extremely patient with me. I can tell sometimes she wants to throw something at me because I'm driving her crazy by all my crazy questions. But I just know, Emily, that you got a lot to give this world, and I just want you to be. I'm not just saying that. I've known you for long enough. You should have whatever you want, and I don't want you to put a freaking ceiling on yourself. So, anyways, we'll be right back, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
Getting sober isn't just about not drinking and not doing drugs. It's a way of life. At Rebos, we have a team of talented professionals, each with their own clear and distinct message to walk clients from the darkest point in their lives out into the light. Rebos offers a carefully curated selection of groups and workshops in addition to a minimum of 6 individual sessions per week. At Rebos, we believe there are no cookie-cutter clients, and we meet every individual where they are at today. It's not a Rebos program, it's your program. Our team wants to help as many people as possible become who they want to be. And if you don't know who you want to be, we'll help you. Visit RebosTreatment.com to learn more about the Rebos Treatment Center. That's REBOS Treatment.com.
Have you friended us on Facebook yet? Why not? Just go to Facebook.com/Voice America or search for the keywords Voice America. Once you are part of our Facebook network, you'll receive daily messages about what's happening with our shows, this week's featured guests, and new happenings at the Voice America Talk Radio Network. And you can add your voice to the always active discussions on our timeline. Just go to Facebook.com/Voice America or search for Voice America.
You are listening to The Power to Create Yourself with Ross Ramin. To find out more about Ross and the program, visit the Rebos Treatment Center website at RebosTreatment.com. Now, back to The Power to Create Yourself.
How you doing? Welcome back to the show. It's a pleasure to have you all. We are here in Los Angeles, California at the Rebos Treatment Center, and we are talking with Emily, who is on day 35 of treatment. She's got very fidgety hands. She's messing with every single thing on my desk and driving my engineer crazy because she's making so much noise, but we're going to be fine. And she is she's doing the deal. She's going through it. You've been trying to get sober for what, 10 years now?
Yes, 10 years.
And your potential is through the roof. And it's become very clear to me that you constantly put a ceiling on yourself, always relying on somebody else to bring you your happiness. And you've never, ever, ever brought yourself your own happiness, no matter what happens in your world. Your mom doesn't control you anymore. Boys don't control you. Drugs don't control you. You are 35 days into finding what makes you personally beat. And maybe hopefully that'll make somebody else, be able to go with you at some point.
Yes.
And I'm watching you go through this whole thing as you explain it to me. It's like, that's my one advice to you, is stop looking at everything else. How can I look a certain way in order to have this? How can I date a certain person in order to have that? The needs. Things you think you need. Dr. Seuss made it up. The need. I think I need this in order to have this.
Aww.
But it's true. People in this town is really great at it. You have to have this car in order to be recognized. You have to have this thing in order to have this thing. Perfect. I purposely drive a Toyota just for that thing because it drives me nuts.
Perfect example.
Everybody's got to live in this house in order to have status. You lived in a penthouse apartment on the Wilshire Corridor and it gave you more status than it was actually worth. At the end of the day, what do you got to show for it? Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a fucking thing. Sucks. It's a need.
Yes.
And when you don't have it, what happened? Your head went way down. You got super sad and went down. You have to, when you leave here, this goal, all this stuff, she wrote down this incredible list. I want the man, I want the kid, I want to be the ultimate mom, the job. Your goal should be, no matter what happens to you, no matter what happens to you in your life, you're going to have to be able to strut out of that situation with passion. Okay. No matter what. Okay. Because I'm telling you right now, you are going to get sideswiped again, no matter what. It's called life. On the way to work, somebody's going to pull next to you and they're going to give you the finger. And it's going to set your whole day off. Some little old lady that can't look over the steering wheel is going to totally T-bone your car. It's going to happen to everybody. It's called shit. Shit happens.
Yes.
And we have to be able to do it. Knock on wood, I could lose everything tomorrow. But I got to be able to have okay in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, and I want to just have an open conversation between the two of us. I'll tell you what I think for myself and maybe help me. What are you doing now every day so you don't become the old you?
I have a perfect example. It just happened to me right before we came in here. So the new job I just got, they're going to I've asked for a company car.
Yeah.
And I said, I need a company car for transportation so that I can get around about to where I need to go. And they said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're either going to lease you a car or we're going to rent you a car at first. And I said, okay, well, he said, we're going to rent you a car. And he said, we can rent you a car for like $500 a week or a month or whatever it is. I don't know. And I said, my first reaction was, but I want a Mercedes.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to get a Mercedes. It's going to have to be a rental car.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have to be in acceptance of that. So that's the exact perfect answer, I think, for what you're asking me right now. What am I doing to be not the old Emily?
Yeah.
That's not the old Emily. The old Emily is going to be so grateful for whatever car they give me.
Yeah.
To drive around in, until I can earn the Mercedes that I'm going to get.
You are so stuck on physical objects. You're so stuck on that.
I'm not stuck on it.
Yes, you are. You just admitted to it.
Fuck, Rod.
Why?
Okay, I'm not stuck on it. I'll drive the
No, it's okay to
Prius.
be stuck on it. Just know that it just holds you up.
Okay, it does.
Why? Why are you so insecure to have that?
I don't like those cars.
So what? It's not yours. It's a rental.
Okay, fine.
It's like you're acting like everything's perfect.
You asked me what the thing is. I'm going to do differently. This is what I'm doing differently. I'm going to say grateful.
But I'm asking you now. It's like that's the common denominator.
Okay.
You have to have this in order to have this.
And here's why. Because growing up, I was never given that kind of stuff. I was never told that I was worthy of that kind of stuff. I was never told I was worthy to have that. I was never told I was worthy to have any of that. And so I feel like it makes me feel like I'm worthy if I'm driving this, or I'm worthy if I'm driving that.
Perfect. I get it. So, yes. So my question to you is yes, you have to earn it, but let's forget about it. Why do you need that? What does that give you that you don't have? I mean, literally, it's a
safety.
Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. I mean, literally. Like, wow.
I'm sorry.
Come on, I gotta say it. That's the shallowest thing in the world.
Okay, no.
No, but it's like, sweetheart, why are you so fixated on everything but like what you're able to give yourself? And like, do you realize that you're enough?
Yes.
No, you don't. You wouldn't have said that. Why not? And maybe you don't know why not. That's fine.
I guess I don't.
But you got to go into it, because I'm telling you,
there's more work to do.
Do not figure it out, Emily, I shit you not, you're screwed.
Okay.
You have to figure that out. You're always looking for this whole other thing. If I can do this, I'll have this. You've got to be okay with just you. And it's called a spiritual awakening. Do you even know what that is?
Yes, I thought I had one.
What? No. What's a spiritual awakening, do you think?
Having a connection with God.
Okay, that is. That's part of it. But you have to look at this. A connection to God. You've had a connection to God since the day you were born.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's not a spiritual awakening. A spiritual awakening is every single day you are being a productive person. You got to look at a spiritual awakening. There's a spiritual experience. There's a spiritual awakening. And Bill W., I just learned this the other day. A spiritual awakening is something that takes time. It's like a dimmer switch on a wall. You know, those little circular dimmer switches. Mm-hmm. It's awakening. It's like you're waking up slowly, and it's a dimmer switch, so it opens and it gets brighter every day.
Oh.
So it's not from 0 to 100 like this. It's slowly. Now the catch to this spiritual awakening is it has a spring-loaded switch on it. So if you don't keep feeding it, it goes back down to dark.
Oh.
So you, my dear, went down to dark before because you stopped doing the stuff. So congratulations. You have a relationship with God.
Thank you.
Now, what are you doing in order to run with the gift that God has given you? That is my question to you. And that's where you're dropping the ball right now, because you are thinking, I have to have this card to look this beautiful, to feel this status, when you're not looking at what God gave you. God gave you a beautiful face and a beautiful body and a beautiful attitude. He gave you the whole package. But I watch you going around looking for the dude to give you that, to give you the kid, the mom, the whole thing. That's my thing to you. It's like a spiritual awakening is when you get in your own personal rhythm.
So I'll take the car they give me.
Yeah.
And if I even take a car, maybe I'll just wait till I get my own car. Till I earn the money to get my own car.
Just whatever gets you to get your job done. That's what you should have.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So what about everything else? Do you do this? Do you do what you just did with the car? Do you do with other things? Yeah, buddy.
I don't have anything else coming my way yet.
What?
I don't have anything else coming my way right. I don't know.
You've got everything coming your way.
No, but I don't have anything else to have to deal with right now. That's the only thing that's come my way yet is the car situation.
But the apartment.
I haven't. We're not there yet.
I know, but that's a stickler for you.
I'm not going to move into an apartment yet. I'm not moving with me.
I know. You need the dude to have your happiness so you can ride his coattails.
I'm moving to my husband.
Yeah. So you can ride his coattails?
No, I'm going to be a partner with him. Because I'm going to a partner with him.
So what does that mean? What do you bring to the relationship?
I'm going to be earning a paycheck, a nice paycheck, and I'm going to be bringing money to the table.
Okay, let's forget about the money. What are you going to bring to the relationship?
I'm going to cook and clean and help him work out and take care of him and feed him and everything.
Okay, great. A lot of physical things. Let's talk about you.
Love him.
Why?
Because
what's in you? You have not once, you've talked about in this 45 minutes, hour-long session, and I say this out of love and respect for you because you got to get this.
Okay.
You got to get this.
Tell me.
You've got to get your personal rhythm going here. You've got to accept who you are right now. And I just see you run into another person constantly.
I'm another person right now?
Yeah. You're running to be somebody else other than what you are. Why don't you accept who you are?
Who am I?
I don't know. That's for you to tell me.
Okay.
But you have named every other thing under the sun that makes you happy except for yourself.
I love myself.
Do you?
I love myself.
Describe who you are.
I wake up in the mornings and who am I? I'm a loving, caring, giving, really giving.
Who are you underneath the skin? Like, what makes your world tick? Don't tell me
Playing dress up.
What? Say that
I
again?
love to play dress up.
Hallelujah. You just hit the nail on the head.
I love playing dress up.
You're an actor.
I love playing dress up.
What does that mean?
It just means like...
Because the way that it sounded to me is you like to be somebody that you're not.
No. Like, I loved playing dress up as a child. Like, I like to get dressed up. And I like to... that was one of the things we had in our class of what we like to do as a kid. You know, like,
But what about now?
Now, what do I like to do?
Do you like to do dress up now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because I think that you should always look nice, because you never know when you're going to have a date with destiny. You should always walk out the door looking good.
Okay, so there's two different things here. Playing dress up is a childhood game that is like you're acting to be somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Dressing as an adult is another thing.
True.
So you just told yourself you like to dress up, you like to play dress up.
Right. Are we still on?
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody's getting anything out of this.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
I'm working you. I'm sorry, but I got to.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Who am I?
Who are you, Em? You're a girl that
am-
works out a lot, that has big dreams, but who are you before it gets to there? It's like...
I'm a sister.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a future mother. I'm a future...
No, who are you now?
Oh, who am I now?
You're a sister. Let's talk there.
I'm a sister.
You got 4 minutes to tell me why you're a sister. What makes a good sister?
She's kind. She takes care of her sister.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't take care of her, but, I'm there for her.
Mm-hmm.
I listen.
Yeah. You listen to your sister? That makes you a good sister?
I listen to her when she...
She older or younger than you?
She's younger.
How much younger?
2.5 years.
Hmm.
Listen, caring, call her, send her, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you listen to her. I get it.
Yeah, listen. I'm there for her.
How's the relationship going now?
Great.
Better?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
But she was pretty worried about you.
She was a little worried. I mean, I didn't, she was worried.
My bad. Listen, I'm done drilling you for the day.
Thank you. Thank you, God. I thought I was doing really good.
You are doing really good, but I'm going to tell you if you can do better.
Okay.
Just like anybody should tell you.
Yeah.
And if you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, that's what I'm trying to do is keep you from coming back here or any other place.
Yeah.
Just care about your well-being. I just want you to be the best. That's all.
Thank you, Ross.
And I'm a little harsh at times, and you know what? Sometimes that's okay.
We need that, though.
I know. Hey, you're a trainer. You yell at people all the time.
Thank you.
Go get them. Thanks for joining us today, guys. I really appreciate you. We're here every Tuesday morning. And if you want more information about our program, go to Rebos, REBOS, treatment.com. And we'd be happy to help you and answer any questions. Have a good one.
Thank you for joining us this week on The Power to Create Yourself. We hope to have you tune in again next Tuesday at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time for another edition with Ross Ramin on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel. Have an enlightening week.
Thanks again for listening to the preceding program, brought to you on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericahealth.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the preceding program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.